George Clooney and Brad Pitt's new movie, Wolves, is on Apple TV Plus September 27th.
That's where I want you to be now.
So if you want to see George Clooney and Brad Pitt, go to Apple TV Plus.
You got to start the story there.
Or if you want to see Brad Pitt and George Clooney, go to Apple TV Plus.
I am enjoying the show.
And if you want to see their new movie, Wolves,
You can't do it, I'm going to help you out. I can do it, so do it.
definitely go to Apple TV Plus.
Admit it, it's cool. Okay, fine, it was very cool.
Wolves, streaming September 27th on Apple TV Plus. Rated R.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Ready to ring in the new semester? Pink's got A-plus styles for heading back to campus. Made for early morning classes, midday coffee runs, and late-night study sessions. Their latest looks are everything you need to pass with flying colors. We're talking tanks that go with literally every fit, parachute pants with a throwback 90s vibe, plus cute sweaters, activewear, and so much more. Shop now at pink.com or get 15% off in Pink stores with a valid student ID. Exclusions apply.
So, good evening, good day, good listeners. I am starting the pod solo because young Michael, a young fella, my lad, is stuck on a train on the way in from somewhere or another and having great difficulty getting here. So, unfortunately, you've got my dulcet tones until he turns up. So the match kicked off, about 2 minutes gone, not a great deal happening. And it's going to be one of them games, I think. I think it's one of those cup games where neither side is particularly interested, but if they're ahead on 60, they will become very interested altogether. But at the moment, very quiet, not much going on. Terrible offside call against Erith Town a minute ago, and Sittingbourne just taking the free kick. Awful free kick, goes straight up the pitch and out for a goal kick at our end. If anything decent happens, I'll get back on the pod and I'll let you all know. But for the moment, still 0-0. Got to say at this point, despite the fact that there's still not much going on, there's an awful lot of Sittingbourne fans who've made the journey up here. There's a really decent crowd, all things considered, which I'm surprised given that it's a Tuesday night. And, you know, generally tend to get a lot of people travel a distance for a school night. But yeah, well done. Good on them. Still 0-0, nothing much going on. Just it's like watching volleyball, really, beach volleyball. So anything else happens, we'll be back on it. Tremendous bit of work there down the left-hand side by AJ Dyeth. Cuts the ball back to Hayden Bullis, puts it inside to Milo. Milo puts the ball across, and a great shot by Tom Ashley just skims the top of the crossbar. Still 0-0, but signs that things are looking up, which is good news because, you know, otherwise, why bother? Cheers. Lovely run there by Kohler, straight through the middle of the pitch, jinks past a couple of players and takes a shot, tries to guide it into the far corner. Almost made it, but a little bit of a deflection off one of the Sittingbourne players, and it's gone out for a corner. So first corner of the day, AJ's going over to take it, stretching, holding one hand up in some kind of mystic signal to the rest of the team. Everyone's wondering what the hell he means. But we'll wait and see what happens here. With any luck, a decent set piece would see us right. And corner comes in, terrible corner, bounces off the defender though, goes out for another corner, maybe we'll get another chance. I really don't see the point of trying to hit a low corner down into the near post unless you've got something really clever worked out from the training ground. And at that point, it really didn't look like we did. So, you know, hopefully we'll get a better one in this time. So AJ wheeling up again. Different hand in the air this time. Oh, and here we go. Back to the back stick. And Kohler up for a nice free header, but he puts it just over the bar. Should have put that in. Really shocking. But anyway, nice move. Still 0-0. I'll get back to you when anything happens. Well, things have picked up quite a lot since kick-off now. Both teams are playing some really nice passing football around the pitch. They seem to have got the measure of each other, and they've realised that they're not going to be able to come on like a battering ram and get away with it, so they're playing it around. And it's really nice to watch. Admittedly, not too much going on in the final third of either team at the moment, but what's going on in the midfield is actually really quite nice. I'm glad to be watching it. Lovely run down the right wing there by Tom Ash. Passes the ball out wide to Harrison Carnegie, puts a nice cross in, gathered by a little bit too deep, but gathered by Kola Salami, puts it out to Milo, but it's a tame shot that just goes wide. Hopefully a sign of things to come, because they're definitely getting better at moving the ball around and getting past Sittingbourne, so hopefully this will carry on. Still 0-0, but we'll be back to you when that changes. Cheers. Nice bit of work there, good through ball to Kola Salami, takes the player on, has to cut back because the shot's blocked, and then the resulting shot from the second time round is a bit too weak and straight into the goalkeeper's hands. But once again, nice move. Coming down our left-hand side through AJ and then to Kola. So, yeah, good work all in all. Still 0-0 though. The podcaster-in-chief has turned up, although he seems to be negligent in his podcasting duties at the moment. So let's walk over and find out what's going on. Steedy, now that the podcaster-in-chief has finally got here, halfway through the game,
First half,
but he's neglecting his podcasting duties.
I'm meeting the fans. I'm networking.
Well, the podcast fans or just the fans?
The fans of life. The fans of life. The fans of penetration. You know, with the football.
Yeah.
We all love penetration tonight. Well, you know, on the pitch or anyway. Anyway, yeah, so we're about 5 minutes in. I've seen a few familiar faces. I won't say they are on the pod.
No, I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. Now it sounds sneaky. Milo, in the 5 minutes I've been here, looks exceptional. He looks like a player who's sponsored by a young family. Kola Salami on the ball now, cuts inside, tries to beat his player, beats him well, and then unfortunately doesn't play the ball back. See, this is good, decent commentary. I've still got my rucksack on my back and my Gillette, and I've already probably done more than you have. Touch inside then by Milo. Oh, nice touch here. Turn on the outside of the box. Gets the shot away. Oh, safe from the goalie.
Yeah.
So my first rodeo, brother.
No, Milo's just woken up, so that's good news.
He must know I was here.
He must
know
have
what I
known
mean?
you were here, and now he's putting on the show.
Biggest fan I'm the biggest fan. Milo's fan club.
Still 0-0. We'll get back to you when something happens.
Lovely stuff, as always.
More good work by the Dockers there, but this time down the right-hand side, as Hayden Bullis does really well in midfield to win his battles a couple of times. Gets the ball out wide for the cross that comes in, but cut out by the Sittingbourne defender, who now appears to be lying on his back and wondering where his foot went. But corner to the Dockers. AJ Dive sitting there standing there rather, with the ball under his arm, waiting to take it, while the Sittingbourne physio does her thing. And hopefully we'll be back going sooner rather than later.
Well, to be fair, I'm like the Phantom of the Opera. Just better looking. I'll just turn up. Thanks, Paul. Missed you too.
They seek him here, they seek him there.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, from what I've been so far, it seems like we're a little bit camped in there half, I have to say. And Sittingbourne, a team with a little bit of tier 4 pedigree.
Yeah, but both teams have pretty much got their reserves out, and to be fair, it started a bit cagey, but it's been nice, decent action football, lots of good passing through the middle of the pitch. Both teams have not quite got their acts together in the final third, but that said, it's been decent. In the middle of the park.
You say they've got the reserves out. You've got Kola Salami, I know he's dual registered at the moment, but you know he had a good start to the season. You've got James Miles in the middle of the pitch there, Hayden Bullis.
We've got an unknown over there.
You've got AJ Dive, you've got Nathan Edwards in goal, Leo Mazzoni, Tom Ash, and Louis Clark.
Talk about them. No, they have got their reserves out.
Oh, no, I know that, but what I'm saying is that with our team, our team's a decent side, but you can argue, like we were just arguing there, you know, on the bench.
Equally, Callum McGinn, Harry Taylor, James, they're all wandering around with beers in their hand.
No, they're not. I was going to say it's isotonic drinks is what they've got in their hand.
Yeah, of course it is. Whilst it is first team squad players, and there are some, lovely ball from Tom Ash over the top there to Kola.
Can't beat the feeling. He cuts inside there, beats the defender. Oh. Drops it back to James Miles, who has a touch, tries to beat. Oh, and it goes just wide of the far post. I have to say, do you know what? Hang on 1 second. Do you mind if I drive? Brian, I just heard. I thought I heard a swear word there, Brian.
Who from?
You. I just heard you can't.
Can't. That's right. That's
right,
my
okay.
posh accent.
Oh right, okay. I thought you said something else. Did you thought you swore then? I was going to report him.
I wouldn't do that.
There's a text number outside, Brian, and an email address.
For abusive language.
Exactly, and I thought that the first person we'd ever have to report for abusive language was the man who puts the posters up.
Yeah, well, it's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
That mouth is wide open again. He's in shock. Disarray, if you will.
Not the first time.
Absolutely.
And not the last time either.
Well, I have to say that just a repeat from last Saturday, it's now Paul's turn to have the long, steady, solid item in his hand, isn't it?
If you say so. I mean, you're the expert on such matters from last week's commentary.
Well, others might disagree. Lovely football there from Kola Salami. Has a touch, plays it to Louis Clark. Has a shot, hits his elbow and he smashes it over the bar. Do you know one thing? Handball, yes, I'm saying. Do you know one thing I'm finding with Louis so far, though? He's finding the space again well. Like, he's slipping in between the defenders well.
Yeah, and he hasn't had a lot of game time recently, so it's nice to see that he's getting back in the groove, as it were.
Yeah, it's wonderful penetration.
Yes, I mean, I'm admiring the way we are getting forward. We're a very, very forward team, I find. Yeah. And this evening is a good example of that. Penetration has been excellent.
There's some tight gaps we need to get through, but we get through there.
Kola did well slipping in his man there.
Yes. 0-0.
And there it was, a terrific shot straight at our goal from about just on the 18-yard line by Sittingbourne, but nicely palmed away by the keeper, by the Erith Town keeper. And now they've got to throw him, and they're all piling forward for it because they've obviously, once they got the smell up their nose, there's no stopping them. Still, we'll see what happens with this. Hopefully it'll come to nothing, but we'll see. They've brought on a big fella to take the throw in. Clearly he has some launch on him. Proof of the pudding. And there it comes in. Yep, long throw, straight in. Leo Mizone does really well to hold it away, and then they drag down Harrison Carnegie just outside the area, so it's a free kick to the Dockers. Nice one. Still 0-0, but it's been a good game so far.
1-0. 1-0. A shot comes in from the right-hand side. Keeper punches it, and basically into the path of a Sittingbourne centre forward, and it goes into the back of the net. Not one of our finer moments. 1-0, sorry, not 1-0, sorry.
I know I haven't been completely concentrating, but I don't remember us scoring.
Maybe because we should have scored one of those chances.
Yeah, should have done. But a bit of a sucker punch that, considering that we've spent a lot of time in there after the last 10 minutes. But there you go.
Well, let's hope we can take inspiration from the under-18s yesterday. We went 2-0 down, ended up winning. Yeah, we'll touch on them in a minute. The under-18s, good side. But yeah, disappointing. I mean, it's a good save by Nathan Edwards there. Maybe could he have punched it a little bit further out, but there's not a lot he could do. I think it was a good save.
Yeah.
I think Adam Wood was looking for an offside, but it just weren't given. 1-0 Sittingbourne.
Half time, 1-0, sucker punch right at the whistle there. 15 minutes of trying to get our act together, lift our heads up, and get ready for the second half. 1-0.
Achtung, Mehlball.
So yeah, I thought, do you know what? Disappointing half from what I saw, because granted I only saw about 8 minutes of it, but do you know what? There's still some good stuff there. I think Milo looks pretty sharp. Regarding of what lineup they put out at Sittingbourne, it's still on paper tier 4 side and squad players who want to hope to get in their first team. And yeah, if you're Woody, at this point with a goal he conceded, Louis Clark should have had a goal at the end there. Maybe he's put one or two over the bar. Milo's come close a couple of times. Kola Salami. I think you'd be disappointed that you only at least got a goal.
Yeah, and that their goal at the end there was a sucker punch, because it wasn't like they did it was a great goal or good attack or anything like that. Shot parried away, and but I parried it right in front of the on-rushing Sittingbourne player, and so yeah, like I say, sucker punch. It should have been even Stevens going in at the very least, but yeah, there's enough here. There's enough on the bench and that to gather ourselves and go again for the second half. as long as we keep doing what we've been doing, I don't think we'll have too much to worry about.
And without trying to sound like the sort of proverbial PR guru that I am, not a bad attendance neither for a League Cup game.
No, to be honest, staggered how many Sittingbourne players. I mentioned it earlier on in the pod when I was sort of, on my own, holding the fort, as it were. But a lot of Sittingbourne who've travelled up on a school night, which was quite surprising, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
But well done to them and good on them.
Yeah, fair play. But I want to take this opportunity now just to quickly talk about the under-18s last night.
Oh, it was a good game.
Oh, do you know what? Some of the best games that I've seen at this football club involve like that under-18 youth team. The one against Portsmouth a few years ago, obviously some of those players like the Ronnie McLeans and Tom Ash ended up representing the first team. But last night, just to give you a quick summary, I know people saw online and they've seen the article, but 2-0 down, they hit the post a few times. Bring it back to 2-2, score right at the stroke of half-time, go 3-2 down with a sucker punch, hit the post and bar again about another 4 times, bring it back to 3-3, get a player sent off, hit the post again, hit the bar again, pull off some good saves, go through 1-on-1, goes to penalties. There's about 30-40 kids behind the goal from Dartford doing everything they can to put off Erith Town. They didn't bottle it whatsoever. What a game. And I think I'll mention it. Coral, if you will, please. Yeah. No, just quickly. It's just a quick comment about the under-18 game last night.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I've got 430 views on my video from last night.
Yeah, but it's not about you for once.
Yeah, but it's their video.
Oh, right, okay, I'll let you off then. But I'd say it was a really exciting game. Probably.
Yeah, it was.
If you rank this over the last sort of season and a half of most exciting games Erith Town have ever had over that period, not ever, but over that period,
it was probably one of the best.
It was one of the best ones.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Yeah, good stuff. Well done, Paul Allen and the team.
Hey, well done to them. And maybe
pull your things out, boys, for this time.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're currently with the welfare officer at the club. How are we finding the new role? Are you officiating the welfare?
Yes,
always. You've had a lot to do.
So much to do.
Yeah, well, not in a bad way, dear listener. It's not as if we're an absolute walk-in welfare breaching hazard.
Between the welfare officer and the EDI officer, the EDI officer's been bang on it so far today.
Yep.
It's been checking all of the disabled access, it's been checking that the toilets are up to scratch and all that stuff. And he's pronounced us with a clean bill of health, which is good.
Yep. And
so
welfare.
Presumably the welfare is just as good.
Always.
We've got a meeting soon, haven't we? We have. Let's say about that about.
I'm sorry.
And welfare officer's about to be covered in tea. Up the Dockers.
I'll send you the bits.
We're back for the second half. You'll send me your bits.
Yeah, I'll send you photos of my bits.
I'll tell you what.
What was that? It's the club's EDI officer here, Brian Silk, on patrol as always, on a listen out for anything that might be discriminatory. And I don't know, is there a report coming in of something
unequal and undiverse?
Unequal and undiverse. Okay, well, yes, that's noted in my book of notes.
So you get the little flick book out, lick the pencil.
Of course.
Yep. Corner. Yep. Sorry, we're too busy worrying about Brian grassing everyone up. Whenever you're picked on as a kid, you're a traffic warden, taxman, or EDI officer.
Well, I am the exception that proves the rule.
Well, absolutely. How's that new job as a parking attendant going? Short corner gets played there. It's Hayden Bullis who plays it inside, whipped in towards. That's unlucky. It drops to the feet of Milo again, who tries to get left foot away at it, and it goes to those.
Have we caught up with Skeffels' finest striker yet?
Who's that then?
Bride and Rope striker.
Oh yeah, we are with a celebrity. We are with a celebrity today. We're with a celeb. You have not acknowledged who the celeb is.
I don't know about that.
This is Bride and Rope's finest. Can't do an interview to save his life, but he knows where the back of the net is, don't you?
Yeah, we're here this evening watching Erith Town with the youngster here, Pat Jr. Watching our friend Milo play, who's playing quite well. To be fair, I think they went 1-0 down in the first half, coming in probably a little bit of an insult, really. I think Erith probably had the better chances. Being clinical in front of goal probably let us down, but probably be upset to be 1-0 down at half time. You probably favour them going into the second half, Mike, if I'm being honest, to score. Again, they've come out the first 5 minutes on the front foot.
Yeah.
And sort of creating. It's just really someone finding the back of the net, and then I think we'll go on and probably win the game 3 or 4-1.
Well, depending on how serious Erith want to take the cup competitions, This is the only cup
it.
competition left.
We were
we're in.
talking about this earlier. Me and Darren is a coach of a new addition to the coaching staff.
Absolutely. Looks good in a gilet.
Yeah. So we were talking about it. A lot of youngsters out there tonight. 1 or 2 experienced players, but a lot of the experienced players watching.
Yeah.
As you can see over here, a lot of the experience is watching. So, but again, there's a couple of players out there that I like the look of this winger.
Harrison Carnegie. Yeah, he's come back top player. Top player.
Really tricky and looking to make things happen. Him and Milo's been linking up well. And obviously the 9, I think, just needs a goal, to be honest. This season, a couple of good chances in the first half. Laid off of a bit of an injury, Chris was saying.
Yeah, nasty injury. Louis Clark for the listeners. Yeah, we were pointing out. Yeah, nasty injury.
He's back in the team. I think if he gets a goal, he'll probably do a lot for the confidence. He'll probably go on to nick a couple.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Pat. Well said. And that's Bryden Ropes. If ever Erith aren't playing, pop down there. He'll have pictures done with you. Ain't that right?
Yeah, mate. No cost as well. A little bit of a chat. Just buys a pint.
Exactly. And that interview was much better than your last one on the official Bryden Ropes channel.
Well, I've been working on it now.
Well, there we are. But, now he steps away, he don't know what he's talking about, does he? Go on, Kola! Long ball played over the top there. It's Kola Salami out on the left-hand side. Kola then plays it inside to Hayden. Hayden hits it. Oh, what a finish! Gets in the top corner.
Ball's come out the left-hand side, played across outside the box. It's a great finish. 1-0.
Absolutely. He should be at home doing his homework because of his age, but he's smashing it in the top corner. What a finish.
Yeah, great finish. Really nice. Almost outside of the right foot and into the top bins. Not a chance for the keeper to get it. It was great finish.
And a good time to should the game be level at 90 minutes.
He's now saying Paul Carter there saying the game will go to penalty kicks. When he said it would be a good time to say, I thought he was going to mention it was someone's birthday or something. So more professionalism I like on the microphone. 1-1 Erith Town.
Wow.
Well, it's a family show. No swearing, please. Milo, who I think's had a really good game so far. The ball falls to him, basically on the penalty spot. He is running like a startled gazelle in the Serengeti. Is that the right place? Yeah, that's in the Serengeti. Smashes it. Ball leaves his foot. Keeper's head, watching it, doesn't even move quick enough to keep in touch with the ball and puts it wide.
I think, Mike, to be honest, I think the keeper's beaten there. You fancy this if you were asking Milo to score from there. I'd say it's probably a little bit closer than the penalty spot, to be honest. It's a bad miss. You expect him to be scoring that.
Yeah, it's poor. Unfortunately for Milo. Milo is normally so calm and cool under pressure. But, again, it's another positive. It's another chance.
He's made a good run to get into the box in the right position, and it's a great delivery. But again, you've got to be scoring that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like a postman with junk mail. A great delivery, but the end product's not great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nice analogy. I like that one.
Yeah, there we are. We'll use that from now on. Up the Dockers. Unlucky, Milo. Unlucky, mate. Yeah. Thomas Ash there with a goal to make us go top. A free kick from the left-hand side is headed in the bottom corner. No goal music.
No goal music. That's because I completely forgot about it because I was too busy enjoying the goal. But would you like a bit of goal music?
Yeah. There we go.
Come on, Thomas.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. It's a bit late. Yeah, it is a bit late. Yeah, very amateur. Yeah, very amateur. That's what it is. Is it a feeling of...
DJ Avery is back on the block.
Listen, DJ Avery would have pressed the button on time, I'll tell you that much. But, so...
Yeah, if he'd been here on time, yeah.
2-1 to Erith Town. Yeah, it was a good... We're past Beetlejuice now, but anyway, so James Dyer's come on the field for... Louis Clark. Do you think that's the right sub?
Louis was beginning to struggle a little bit, I think, because he hasn't had a lot of minutes recently, so, the tempo of the game's probably getting to him a little bit. But, you can't grumble or can't argue with the results. James Dyer's been on the pitch 5 minutes and we've got another goal. So, the results speak for themselves, really.
I think Louis is struggling with being, just everything. He needs a goal. He's a confidence. Once those goals fly in, it's going to be totally different. And maybe, he's under pressure because he's sponsored by an award-winning podcast. Maybe the pressure's getting to him.
What award's that?
I don't know.
Fair play. My mum likes it.
Yeah.
The Diets like it.
The Diets do like it. They do. And remember, if you would like your next embalming, dear listener, at South East London's finest Premier funeral directors, remember to put in "Grease me up, baby" at checkout.
To email "Grease me up, baby" to info@erithtown.com.
Oh, hello, Michael.
Hello, how are we?
Hello, yeah.
How's the arm?
Painful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are we all? Kitty, are we all right? Yeah, good. Good. He's on the boy, isn't he? Yeah. I was talking about James' diet and embalming and thought of you all. What are you laughing at? Listen, I was just saying, if you want a decent embalming service, you know what to type in at checkout.
What is it?
It's "Grease me up, baby."
Good, yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Michael.
What do you think of the game? 2-1 there?
Excellent. Yeah, we should have been in. I don't know how we didn't score that first half.
No.
We were good, weren't we?
Well, I just used the analogy there, so the listeners are going to get a bit bored of this, but I said it's like a postman with junk mail. He promises to deliver, but what he delivers ain't what you want.
Yeah, mate, you're right. But we've delivered this half.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Go on, AJ. Absolutely.
Yeah,
AJ
we
dived
knocked
the ball
it
now.
about well, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we played it quite well. I think Milo's had a good game in the centre midfield. I think Kola Salami's had a great game. Leo Mazzoni as well.
Aiden.
Yep. He's got his own company again. Mazzoni's Calzones, as we know.
No, I think they're playing well.
Yeah, I think we are playing well.
Yeah.
As the arm, young man.
It's very painful.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, for just something that's just a bit of a dodgy manicure there, it's a big old sling and...
All the way up there.
I've heard.
Yeah, all the way to my shoulder.
I've heard, yeah. It was a nice message that the club put out to wish you well, wasn't it?
I was very happy about
Yeah,
that,
I tweeted that the other morning.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's
Yeah, it
good,
was nice.
It's nice for me, yeah, I do care.
Thank you.
I do care.
That's nice to see that.
Yeah, I mean, if it can keep your brother here for another season, I'll tweet what you want. I jest.
Things are looking good, mate.
Yeah. Where's the chief diet? I see her arms are covered this evening. The other day you
Oh, yeah, she was, wasn't she?
Sun's not out, the guns are not out, are they? No. How are we finding the game so far?
Yeah, good. Very good.
Can you talk into the microphone, please, this amateur? You've been doing this enough now. Please. With the Vogue glasses I can see as well. Fashion icon, Vogue glasses and the bucket hat. Why are you blushing for? No one can see you blushing on... She is. Yellow. Luminous. Luminous it is. No, it wasn't. That's our away kit. Thank you very much, young man. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, clearly under 16s ain't got an away kit yet, have you?
No.
No, absolutely.
We have a training kit we use.
Well, there we are. There we are. Oof. But I think it's been a good game so far.
Oh, I think blindly.
We've been the better team.
I'm well impressed.
Yeah.
Go on, James.
Go on, James.
Go on, James. Dies for a run with the diets. The chief diet. Yes! There we go. What a finish. And once again, he runs to the wrong side of the pitch.
We've got to train him.
I'll tell you what, Zoolander, what's going on? Do you
Yeah,
think he runs away with embarrassment because he can see you jumping up and down? That's what it is.
It's where we should be. 3-1 easy.
Can I just say one thing? I think him and Kitty have had a row because she didn't move.
Didn't she?
When that ball went in the bottom corner, she was busy making those nails pointier than what they are.
With scissor hands.
It is, isn't it just? Great finish. Erith Town, 3-1 up.
Yeah.
Game changer, Dyer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
assist.
Yep. And if you want 10% off horse-drawn carriages for your next burial, dear listener, what's the code? We'll find out later.
Code,
3-1 Erith Town.
That's the board over there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you paid a bit, you should have had it right there, didn't you? 3-1 Erith Town. I've been told that the comeback is on. 7 weeks' time, watch you football. Don't bother up until then. That's if he gets back in the side. Anyway, a penalty has just been awarded to Erith Town. James Dyer. He does the big breathe in there, shoulder shrug, whistle is
Top
blown.
left.
Is he going to put it in top left? Oh, keeper saved it. Oh, what a save.
No, this is the best time to miss a penalty when you're 3-1 up.
Every cloud. Don't want his head swelling too much, do we? Oh, no. Poor Giant. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
No.
Curl it in the top corner.
Yeah.
All is forgiven. Let's see how it comes in. Corner narrowing from the right-hand side. Curled in towards the near post. Yes, there we go.
He made up for it. He made
Made up for it, yeah. He didn't want to score. Who needs a goal bonus? Sharing his caring, he missed on purpose. Strategically placed and a great header. Who's that, Raheem, we put down the top corner?
Yeah,
Great header. 4-1 Erith Town.
Well done, Erith.
Well played. I'm going to go away now because I'll keep getting abused with cards.
Oh, right.
Discount codes on funerals.
Yeah.
Broken arms.
Yeah. So you're on commission though, Mick.
Well, when am I going to see that? All I get told is, maybe later. Checks in the post. Heard that before, haven't we, dear listener? Heard that before. Up the Dockers. We've established that Dyer didn't want the goal bonus.
Clearly.
Yeah.
He decided to give it to Rahman instead.
Yeah. He probably gets more assists. Good penalty though, to be fair.
It was a decent pen, but a bit too close to the keeper, although the keeper read it all the way. So, shame, but nevertheless, the resulting corner, was a good goal.
One thing I will say as well, and obviously we have got Erith Town hat on, but not at the moment. Well, the Diet's, Chief Diet has. All right. See that bright luminous yellow one? Well, she hasn't, but for the sake of the pod and the segue into getting one from the club shop at erithtown.com/club shop. Bucket hat. Anyway, it was a good header from. But going back to it, if you're a Sittingbourne manager, you've got to be furious for that marking. It's a header at the near post.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And literally, it was a header at the near post where he was like 6 inches from the line. There was no way he was ever going to miss it.
Kola Salami there, slaloming like an Olympic skier. In and out, and then he tries to get a crossing / shot. And
he turned into a police frogman trying to make his way up a particularly steep canal bank.
Yeah. Talking about up steep canal banks.
Hello. You bringing me back into the podcast.
Yeah.
I always enjoy taking part, getting in there, getting my name out there in the public domain.
You bring the maturity to the pod. Robert brings the innuendos. Chris brings the cliches. You bring the maturity. Like cheddar.
I've ripened with age.
Yeah.
Like a fine cheddar, like a fine port.
Not like a decent Stilton.
Like
with a thick blue vein running through it.
Well,
If only there were visuals. It's a shame, Paul, that you cannot see the expressions.
What, you can't see your blue vein?
You can't see.
I mean, why is everyone wanting to see your blue vein? What are you trying to say?
I think you'll find that Rob introduced the blue vein into the
situation. Excuse me.
I was talking about Stilton.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Me too, or Gorgonzola.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Gorgonzola.
I didn't tell you what happened to me the other day, did I?
One of our new signings.
I was walking down the street outside Abbeywood train station, funny enough, and someone was getting these big lumps of cheese and was throwing them around. I thought that's mature. 4-1 Erith Town. Yeah, damn that Champions League, eh? Damn that Liverpool. Who is it, AC Milan? Yeah. How do you think of the revamped Champions League then, Robert?
I understand the reasons for doing it.
Basically to stop them breaking away and do a Super League, so they basically bow to the pressure anyway.
No, it is a Super League if you think
No,
about
that's
it.
what I'm saying, they bow to the pressure anyway.
But on the other end, you can understand the reasons. I mean, I reckon to get into the last 8, you've got to get a minimum of 16 points, possibly even 17. So there really isn't any dead rubber games in the group stage, which is what they really want. That said, it's a small jump from this to a full-on Super League. So,
what's he saying, Austin Powers? Yay, capitalism.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris, what do we think of the game so far and the Champions League?
And the Champions League? It's a spectacle, isn't it? I mean,
Dyer's through. Oh, no, he's not.
It's a spectacle of all the best players and all the best teams, and money talks. I'll say no more about the Champions League, but yeah, it's. I think once you get to the last 16, we all love watching it, don't we? Liverpool, AC Milan, and all these prestigious teams. Unfortunately, it's unlikely we're going to see Erith in that.
Aston Villa young boys as well, yeah.
And exactly, of course.
Yeah.
What is all that about?
Absolutely.
But yeah, the game tonight, I think Erith have done a job on a very good team. I don't know whether it's their reserve team or what, but ultimately we made changes. Our whole bench just started the game. We were playing fringe players, that needed minutes in their legs, and I've obviously had training tonight with my under 11, so I missed the start, but from what I've seen, it's been very, very good tonight and some really good goals.
Yeah. I have to say, did you mention as well that Sittingbourne were our first ever opponents at this place?
No, pre-season. I completely forgot.
Well, by first ever, I mean in the stadium. We played a few games over the Crossways, but I mean actually at the stadium on the 4G and everything.
How did we do then?
I think we lost to them.
I was going to say, I'm pretty certain we lost because it was over on the 4G, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was a good game. I think it was our community day fixture as well.
Yeah. But yeah, no. All that aside, it
Good
started
header down there
off
by
as
Sittingbourne onto the edge of the box.
It started off as the reserves, but it's clearly not the reserves anymore because they've made a ton of subs. We've made a ton of subs, and it's shown. Well done.
I tell you, great talking there by the back line and the goalkeeper there, Tommy Taylor. Since he come on at half time for Nathan Edwards, he's really talking well. And do you think that's strategic playing Tommy Taylor in the second half of this game?
I think so. I think they just decided to play a different way, and he's. That wasn't a pen, was it? No, it's a goal kick. Couldn't decide the way the ref's arm was sort of wibbling about.
Yeah, so Sittingbourne ran through on goal there. There was a tackle by an Erith defender, which was touched by a Sittingbourne player, and they're looking for the penalty. But it wasn't given, so we won't talk about it anymore. Cross comes in. Oh, wow. That was unlucky there. A lovely cross comes in from Jack Holland on the left-hand side, who's playing just behind AJ. Dive now on the wing, goes out to Kola Salami. Salami brings it down beautifully, and it just gets blocked. That would have been a really lovely goal if that went in from Mazzoni to Dive back to Holland. I think going back to Mazzoni, I think he had a bit of a quiet stop-start pre-season. Maybe you could argue fitness, but I think he's been exceptional since the leagues and cups have started.
Yeah, I agree. I think, beginning pre-season, I was saying he looked like he was carrying a bit of timber. He did look like he was really blowing quite a bit, actually, at the beginning of the season. But he's really come into his own. The first few proper...
He's really come into his own, Mazzoni.
Yeah. But the first few proper serious games of the season, he's been really good and really impressive.
Absolutely. Not long to go now. That goal a few moments ago was in the 79th minute. Oh, sorry, substitution a moment ago for Jack Holmes, the 79th minute. But Liverpool have just scored against AC Milan, but nobody gives a toss about them. 4-1. Sorry, I'm pushing Chris's buttons, and Brian Silk's admiring Jack Holland's tackle there.
He has got a sensational tackle.
He has. I mean, I was impressed by the length of it.
And Brian is completely gobsmacked again.
Yeah.
Gobsmacked by his tackle.
By Jack Holland's tackle.
In your dreams, Brian.
4-1. So, we need some post-match music, a fantastic way to go from 1-0 down to be, 4-1 victors. Very happy with that. Yeah. Hurry up, come on, we've got to talk then. I'm waiting for him. All right, okay, yeah. So through to the next round of the Cup. And I have to say, it was good. The music's starting. We could maybe get a little number from Paul Carter. Little song, Paul? No, all right, shakes his head. So, do you know what? Again, I think the goal was against the run of play for Sittingbourne, but a great performance by the Dockers, Chris.
Yeah, 100%. As I said, I thought the second half, what I see of it, some great goals. There was a great movement. There was a 20-minute spell there where it's the best we've played this season. I know that you can judge that because we scored 3 goals very quickly, but I really thought that we moved the ball and deserved, what we got out of it. And 4-1 didn't even flatter us, really.
No, absolutely. And I think, do you know what? Rob made a great point, and Rob made a great point earlier on in the last game, shall I say. He said that we seem to have settled into the league now. I know that obviously you can argue this might be a lesser team or a squad or whatever, but it's still a Tier 4 team we've beaten, and we're confidence is building.
It is, and we're getting back into winning ways and working hard. Not. I think they've realised that. That they have to work harder in this league. But if they work harder and continue to do the good things they were doing last season, then they'll do okay.
Absolutely.
And it's working for them because like the win at the weekend followed by this one will put them in a really good mood for going into Saturday's game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long trip down to Hive. It's a long old drive, but let's dance and jive as the Dockers are through to the next round of the Velocity City Cup.
Nice one. Up the Dockers.
Up the Dockers.
Up the Dockers.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
These days, it might seem hard to find a job with a future, where people are valued and appreciated. But at Chick-fil-A Supply, we don't just offer jobs. We offer purpose-driven careers. As part of Chick-fil-A's distribution network, we ensure the ingredients that make the foods customers love are reliably delivered to Chick-fil-A restaurants. If you're interested in a role in transportation, warehouse, or front office, we're interested in you. To learn more, visit cfa-supply.com.